They are the developers of Levy, which is like one of the top volume platforms for lending and borrowing in the Cardano ecosystem based on NFTs. So you ultimately collateralize NFTs and tokens for ADA lending value. And that platform is immense. So the Ape Society is one of those projects that has the right ingredients to continue to develop great product market fit. The Mallet Order Demos is an amazing guy, super kind. Nemesis, one of the strong Cardano girls in the space. She's, core part also, does front end work and she's an artist. And, she was DJing at one of the Future Fests and just multi-fast Cardano girl there. And they're developed a product called Raiders Guild, which is ultimately a social engagement sort of boost platform that the holders, they create raids, right? So let's just say, I pay for their service and I post a tweet there to be rated by their community, and they reshare it to create more awareness for it on a decentralized manner. And then they incentivize their community in the way that they do, So, Cardano Crocs Club, now rebranded to Crypto Crocs Club, they are putting out a series of products. One of them that I'll highlight, which is an amazing tool, an amazing platform, is EUX.finance, which is a swap type exchange. So, ultimately you can swap any, it seems like an unlimited amount of, from any network to any network tokens, right? So I can grab my ADA and trade it for, like, I don't know, dog with hat or something in Solana or something. And it works in a way that you don't actually have to connect your wallet. It is a send to address, verify, and then add the receiving address where you want the return to. So it mitigates the risk of connecting to a website and all that. I think is marvelous because it also brings different chains together in a way that UTXO based tokens, Cardano native tokens, can be swapped without connecting to an EVM network. It is just handled in their back end, and you submit to you submit to an intake, and then you give them the output address, even if it's in another network, right? And that was brilliant. That's another great product by Crypto Crocs Club. What else, man? There's many. I'm just going to stand on those three because there's people that I have actually. Crypto Crocs Club. Shout outs to Asong, one of my longest time friends in the space before crypto Twitter, when we were just Discord rats, raiding and grinding out whitelists and stuff. I met him in real life in Vegas. Definitely shed some tears. That's how awesome our friendship, dates back and everything, So yeah, those are people that I've actually met, and I think that I have made, products that have had a significant impact in the space that are like NFT based, as you were asking.
Absolutely. And you talked about like an event. You seem like you're going on like a crypto world tour right now. Like every other day you're in like another country and you're like, oh, I was over at this country, I'm over. So what's going on with that? Did you just decide like I'm gonna go to like every crypto event over like the next 5 months? Like what's the purpose? What are you learning and what's the experience?
Dude, sincerely, I really wish that it was that I had the freedom to go to all of these crypto events worldwide, because I recently went on a 14-day sort of convention tour from Europe to the Middle East, and that was gracefully. I got to give a giant shout out to Rare Network. Rare Network is the company that puts on Rare Evo. The convention is coming up in August, middle August, at the Caesar's Palace in Vegas. If you didn't know, you mentioned earlier that you went to CNFT Con. I had my daughter like 9 days after, so I couldn't because I couldn't risk, not being present for my own daughter's birth. So I missed CNFT Con, and then next year, which was last year, I went to NFT XLV, which was a rebrand of CNFT Con. And then this year, NFT XLV, old CNFT Con, actually merged with Rare Network to be under the same umbrella as Rare Evo. They're getting support from the founding entities of the space. That's as much as I'll say regarding that. But now instead of having two conventions, because Rare Network was in Colorado, in Denver, I believe. Oh no, it was at the Gaylord in Denver, and
That
then
sounds right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then NFTX XLV was in Vegas. So, people were pulled kind of in two different directions and had to pick and choose which one they went to. So I think that this is actually a hugely positive thing for their coming convention, unifying both crowds, and people don't have to just choose two different things. Now they can just consolidate under one and have a better turnout, right? So I'm mentioning all of that because I hope that people go to these events. Recently, I was selected by Rare Network, the company, to join them on a sort of convention tour. We went to Paris Blockchain Week. We were there for 5 days filming content. Big love to Catalyst, who funded that. They submitted a Catalyst proposal and they were actually funded to go to Paris Blockchain Week, to go to Token 2049, to go to Spain, Barcelona. I think that's where they were just at, I think last week. And I was chosen to join them, bro. So after 2.5 years of being in the space, putting the time in, it didn't matter if it was my birthday, Christmas, whatever it was. I hosted spaces for the Cardano community, and I was selected to go with them. And at first I was like, you got to be playing with me. And they're like, no, man, it'll be on this day and this is the day, but see if you can go. So also big love to my girl and my daughter for making the sacrifice of having me absent for 2 weeks while I went to Paris. That's where I met up with Wurs, Wurs as well, L, Lily, Cardano girl, Lily. I always got to say Cardano girl. And
She started a movement.
she's wrecking it. Panama. And, La Petite and, you know, Big Pay, with Atrium. Dude, I met so many people in Paris, went to Paris Blockchain Week. That's where my mind started expanding about the reality of Web3. Because until Las Vegas last year, it was all just crypto Twitter and it was the same people that I used to hang out around all the time, right? So you tend to be like in your own little echo chamber. Sincerely, I can say that now that I see it. I see it, and it's nothing personal. We all hang out with ourselves all the time, and we're in our own little echo chamber, trying to be who's the coolest and who's not. Let's just keep it 1,000. And so when I went to Paris and I met all these people and started seeing, conventions where people are just focused on building products and services, for the most part, the underlying blockchain that they're on comes in as a secondary part of the conversation. They're just trying to create products and services, to meet needs and wants. And that's what started shifting my perception of Web3. It's about Web3. It's not about, this Cardano thing or the Solana thing or the Ethereum thing. Is about building solutions that actually make an impact that people will adopt. And then the underlying technology, you choose it because it is the one best fit for the product and service that you're building.